أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Yeah, Muslimin. Uh, I just wanted to share something with you real quick because being a Moor, I'm always bombarded with these questions of why are we pushing nationality so much and yada yada yada, and why are you talking about the treaty and yada yada yada. And I just wanted to share something with you because when we get into this discussion, you know, it's been customary for brothers in positions of leadership to try to kind of brush you off. You know what I'm saying? When you bring something to their attention that they've uh, omitted or overlooked, right? So we get into discussions about right to self-determination and whatnot, and brothers always talking about, well, we can't do this and we can't do that, and you got to follow the law of the land. We in America, right? The Constitution of the United States of America is the document that empowers them to govern, right? So at Article 6 of the United States Constitution, we have the following: all debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation, meaning that was a prior government that had been dissolved, and this is a new government taking on those past uh, 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 obligations and bringing them forward to the new administration, right? It says, this Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the Constitution, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything to the in the anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary, notwithstanding, meaning null and void. Those things won't apply. Okay. I want to highlight a couple of things here, right? It says all treaties made, meaning there were prior treaties that the United States had to uphold, right? Primarily, we're talking about the Treaty of Marrakesh, 1786-87, which empowers us with the shelter and protection of the United States government to be able to do what? To engage in our own commercial affairs and other protections that we can get into when we look into the treaty, right? Again, or which shall be made, meaning if that ain't sufficient to you, then why don't you write a treaty? Why don't you engage the United States government as you're supposed to do as a governing body of people, right? If you're a leader and you're governing, right, then this is what you're supposed to do so that you can create that social contract so that you can come out from up under the jurisdiction of the Christian. Another thing, that would be the law of the land if you did that, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. I don't know what it's going to take or what kind of spell you brothers are under, but I do know this: you're not leading, right? You're not leading, right? You're leading the Salat, alhamdulillah. And I'm not saying this to belittle your efforts or your sincerity. However, there's much room for growth and improvement, and you got to get out your own way. You got to get out your own way. And if you do that, you allow the progressiveness of the Ummah to flourish and to grow, right? And to yield something, you know. And that's what I have to say about that, right? So if you can't agree with that the treaty is the law of the land, right? Then what you talking about? When you come to the understanding that that is the law of the land and that is the minhaj for us to operate up under, right? Then maybe you'll catch up in your understanding and then we can really do some building and make some progress. But right now, you're not leading to nothing. You're not calling to nothing but the Musalla. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you're calling people to. right? And then once they get to the Musella, you drop them off. There's no programs, there's no expansion, there's no growth in the community. That's something that you got to deal with, and you can't blame the community and say, "Well, you ain't the kind of followers that we used to have back in the days either." That is a weak cop out, brother. That was a weak cop out, right? You're the one held to a standard as a leader if you're gonna get up in front of the people and call yourself such, right? Anyway, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi to the Moors who follow right guidance. I'm out.